I come from a family of nobility, a pure fire bloodline that could be traced back to the Dragonborns of old. However, despite the fire flowing through my veins, I have never quite felt it in my heart. I was always far more interested in the magics and the natural world than in the swords and shields that my family was known for. This did not sit well with my family. How quickly the noble and nobility fades when faced with disappointment. Shunned by my own kin, I turned to the dense forest surrounding what was once my homeland, forced to fend for myself at just the age of 12. Luckily, a centaur by the name of Arden took me in, after seeing me struggle to hunt for food one day. He taught me survival skills, how to hunt, fish, lay traps, and build shelters. But he also nurtured my interests, the same interests that caused my family to cast me aside. With a little bit of practice, Arden saw enormous potential within me and decided to train me in the ancient, secret art of the wild shape, bringing me into his order, the Circle of the Moon, an order dedicated to the preservation of the forest and the perfection of the wild shape. Under his training, I progressed quickly, mastering difficult shapes such as my favorite, the bear, and learned all of the ideals of the order. I felt far more fulfilled than I ever had before. I was happy. Several years passed, and Arden was invited to a meeting with his order, a rare occurrence. He was delighted to bring me along to show my and his own progress to the order. We traveled gleefully for 4 days and nights, abuzz with excitement for the meeting. I would finally meet my new, true family. However, upon reaching the meeting, we were stopped at the gate. "A Dragonborn," they shouted. "It's okay, he's with me," replied Arden. But they did not care. Arden had not informed me that Dragonborn, especially Red Dragonborn, were considered enemies of the forest. He also failed to inform me that teaching the art of the wild shape to an outsider, no less an enemy, was a crime. A crime punishable by death. We attempted to shift into eagles and fly away, but it was no use against dozens of powerful shapeshifters. We were caught, chained up, beaten, as Arden begged them to listen, begged them to see reason, begged them to judge me not by my race, but by my merit. But they did not listen. After we were beaten sufficiently by their standards, our near-lifeless bodies were taken to a nearby cliff and thrown 100 feet down to the rocky bottom. I awoke sometime later, atop a soft surface, to a faint green glow. Arden had transformed into a bear in midair and cushioned my fall with his now broken body. Agonizingly shifted his shattered arm atop me and expended his last few drops of energy on healing me. As the vision returned to my blurry eyes, I watched as his blood-stained lips breathed out his final words in tandem with his final breath. "I'm sorry, my son." "No, Arden, you are not sorry. I am sorry that I could not save you. That now I can only avenge you. And I promise you that I shall, even if it's the last thing I do." Funny, my old family would be proud. For now, I finally feel the fire in my heart.